and gentlemen, it's time!
We're live. What's going on, everyone? Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight for this stream. Tough day. Tough day today. I didn't, probably like you guys and the millions and millions of people that is his fans. Real tough day. I know for me, for seeing it, like when it popped up on my phone and seeing it in Discord, it was didn't want to believe it, right? Didn't want to believe it. I thought, I was like, what? Huh? I was in disbelief. Utter disbelief. I was in shock. And yeah, unbelievable. He passed away this morning from cancer with his family. And man, wow. It's sad. I didn't want to go live. I honestly didn't want to go live. But so many of you guys reached out and said to go live, and just like, oh, Roszko, can we go live tonight? Can we like at least talk, and grieve and hang out and just go over and just talk about things? And I was like, all right, let's do it. I mean, because we know, as a community, we have our ups, we have our downs. But we stick together. We stick together as a community, and we definitely need to pick each other up. And it's sad. There's no ifs and buts about it. It's devastating, and just to think how it put everything in perspective. Sorry, my camera's a little bugging out. What the heck? Recall. Why does it want to recall? Give it a sign. I apologize for that. Oh, man. It's definitely, someone explained it perfectly. Someone explained it like a punch in the gut. And that's what it felt like, honestly. But you just never know. Keegan, thank you for reading up for 2 months. R.I.P. Yeah. Like a punch in the gut, dude. And you just never know, dude. You never know what someone is going through, right? On the outside. On the outside, everything looks good. But then you never know. It wasn't public. I think only his close friends knew. Right? I think only his close friends really knew. Probably obviously his family knew. And his very, very close friends, I guarantee. And you'll probably have to look back and maybe he kind of knew in a way. He kind of knew his time was coming to an end at some point. Like he didn't have too much because, right? Because even like this year, you probably wonder like, why did he sell 60% of Off-White to I like that a lot. Like, why did he sell 60%? Might think like, hey, maybe he knew and just wanted to set his family up for life or for generations. It's just sad, man. It's sad for the community, sad for everything. And I like that a lot. It's tough. It's tough today. Today's tough. Mr. Hutch, thank you for the 5 facts. Well said, bro. Thanks for coming on for support. No, I appreciate you guys, man. A lot of you guys, man. We all help each other we're all in it together, right? I think we're all sneakerheads. We're all fans at the end of the day, right? We're all big fans. I mean, we're all in the live clubs trying to get his stuff, right? We were all in here trying to get the off-white twos. We're all in here trying to get the ICAs. We were all in here to get the off-white fives. We were all in here to get all his shoes because we're all fans. At the end of the day, we're all big fans of his brand and what he meant. Dreadweed, thank you too. We all took a big L today. RIP F cancer. Yeah, we did. It's just crazy. You know, it's crazy. I mean, his impact. I mean, jeez. No one from someone freaking. His story is unbelievable. Unbelievable story. In the Pyrex days of ripping off Polo, Ralph Lauren's, and screen printing them and selling it for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, to building one of the hugest brands out there, being the first ahead of LV. Jeez. The pricing stuff, I think it's just not right today to talk about it. We can talk about that, you know, in the weeks to come. We can talk about shoes and everything like that. I don't think it's right to talk about it today. Going Ghost, thank you for the 5. No matter how much we didn't like a certain shoe or how much Nike released them, he had a huge impact on the community. He was a visionary. RIP Virgil. I agree. I mean, not everybody had to like everything he did. But I don't, you know, you didn't have to like everything he did. But I think we all respected what he did. And what I personally liked about him, and that's why what drew me into him was that his character. He always seemed like a genuine guy. Like a nice person with a huge smile on his face. You know, someone that no matter how big he was, he would always have time to chat it up with some guy on the street or some normal guy that just was a fan of him. Right? And that's why you're seeing all the stories come out. I see all these posts of how he sent shoes to, like, he just recognized people that was just huge, that like might not have been big, not might have had millions and millions of followers. You know, just some normal fan. He's so humble. Absolutely so humble. That's what drew me to him. And that's what made me a huge fan of him. And that's why kills me. I didn't get the opportunity to see him at the ICA this year. Kills me now. He reached out to so many too. Oh, dude, to me, like, I see, you see the stories of how, like, small brands, small people used to reach out to him, and he just gave so many people attention, right? Usually when someone's out that big, it's too big for them, or, you know, he was just unbelievable. Ryan, thank you for the 50. Wow. Crazy. RIP Virgil. On a real level, not the reseller, pardon me, but Chicago Off-White Jordan 1s, 10K, ridiculous, especially since kids are taking advantage of it. And then the amount of sales on StockX today was disgusting. Off-White shoes, out of hand. To me, I understand people is upset about that. But a lot of people too don't have his stuff. And you can't really judge by that because, you know, when this happens, a lot of people are just huge fans and they just want to grab something before it gets ridiculous. Right? I mean, there's a lot of people I talk to that couldn't get off-whites. Now they got to get it before it's gone. Right? Because they're just huge fans. So I understand the prices are shooting up and everything like that. And that's sad to see. But I know a lot of people out there just want to grab something of his work, just to have something from him. Because it's gone. It's you know, he'll have a few more projects left if they release it and it's done. Dan, thank you for the 3. He was such a warrior, keeping all that silent. Dude, that tells you how strong he was as a person. Just as an individual, how strong that man was. To be fighting that stuff. And to go out there with a big smile on your face. And to still truly do what you love. It's unbelievable. And it's sad. It's sad that it happened this time too. Like, I mean, we just had Thanksgiving. Holidays are right around the corner. He's got two young kids. He was only 41. 41, man. 41? Did your whole life that you're not even halfway through your life at 41. You're not even halfway through. Man's a legend. A legend. Unbelievable. It's just so sad, dude. It's so sad. A number coming at you, Roszko, but you really got to turn these donos off if you're really trying to cover Virgil. You're making off money off a dead man. We'll figure something out. We'll do something. I don't know if you could just turn that off. New York Dad, thank you too. Sorry, Ross. I know if you were a big fan of Virgil. I know someone I clown on the whole. What? This is so sad. Massive loss today. So important. We live today every day like it's the last. Live with love, gang. Absolutely. Nicholas, thank you for the 5. I regret selling all my off-whites. W's in the last 2 years. Not for money. Now I can't go back and get them for a decent price. It's tough, man. It's definitely tough. I trust me. I've sold some stuff too, but I didn't sell it. But you got to look at it too, though. You know, I sold some stuff hoping that it went to someone that would appreciate. I didn't like I said, I didn't like everything, every sneaker he did. You know. So you know the hoodie I had, the jokes that you made, the jokes we made about the hoodie. I just hope it went to someone that loves it, that is a huge fan just like me. That's all I can hope, is that I hope that this, you know, it went to a huge fan, someone that would appreciate it. That's all you can hope for, is hope that when you sold those shoes, it went to someone that's going to cherish it and love those shoes and wear the shit out of them. No one can continue his legacy. No, there will be never another Virgil, but he will inspire millions of people for sure. He will inspire millions and millions of people. Really don't know what we got till it's gone. Him, Kobe, everything, man. You don't want to take anything for granted, man. You don't want to take anything for granted in life. And I think that's sometimes these things like open your eyes and realize like you got to reach out to people. That's why for me personally, I have to do better and treat people better, especially here at Chicken and W's. I know I take a lot of anger out on some people. You know, I got to do better in that perspective. Because you just never know. You know, the people that come in here, you know, you just never know. So I definitely got to do better in that perspective. Rafi, thank you too. Thank you for the 20, Rafi. Never know when someone is going through at home. Love this community. Exactly. Thank you, Rafi. You just never know. You never know. And that's why I gotta do a better job and make sure. I know we crack jokes. But you never know. We all can be better and nicer to each other. Agree. I think so too. I think so too. I think we all can be nicer. It just sucks. It just sucks. We all got to live every day to the fullest and show love for one another. I agree. And I hope, I don't wish that I know that person that keeps coming in here every single day. I don't wish them harm. I don't wish them anything bad. I just hope that they find happiness. Uh, I seriously did not see this coming at all. I don't think anybody did. And I think that's the utmost shock of it all. I think his close friends knew, and that's it. His friends and family knew, and his close friends knew. That's it. At no point. Ross, do you think Ross, do you think one of his children, wife, is going to continue his legacy by dropping more off whites? Um, I don't think it ends. I think that would be horrible. Like off white just won't just completely end. Like this is what he built. You know, this is what he built. I don't think it just ends. Someone will the torch will get passed on, and I hope that's what happens. I don't think it just ends. I think someone will take up the torch and carry it. That's what I would like to see from from a fan perspective. Yeah, it won't be the same. It won't be the same. But I don't want it to see it end. The 50 makes so much more sense now. Crazy ambitious to make 50 art pieces in a collection. Wear your shoes. Uh, I mean, I know a lot of people are going to dig into a lot of stuff and look into it deeper because we're all looking for answers. We're all looking for an explanation, but sometimes this stuff doesn't have an answer. Because of him, every black child can dream bigger. He was out of the box creative, a true visionary. He also say give people their flowers while they're here. While Dapper Dan walked so Virgil could run. R.I.P. Well said. Well said. Soul Paradise. Well said. It's crazy. Roszko, Off-White won't end. It just yeah, nothing's gonna end. I don't think anything will end. I don't want it to end. From a fan perspective, I don't want it to end. You don't want it just to end. It is sick but what it happens every time someone dies, their work, autographs. Oh, I don't want to read finish. Man, I'm gonna miss Virgil. This one hurts. I agree. It does hurt, man. It hurts. The Nike put out a statement. I thought it was very nice. I thought it was very helpful, heartfelt. Pull it up. Nike put out a statement. Let me see. Go to Nike. Nike says we are heartbroken by the news of Virgil Abloh's passing. Since 2016, Virgil has been a beloved member of Nike, Jordan, and Converse family. He was a creative force who shared a passion for challenging the status quo, pushing forward a new vision while inspiring multiple generations along the way. But more than a collaborator, a colleague, and a prolific creative, Virgil was a husband, father, son, brother, and friend. We are all proud to call him family. We offer our condolences to the many who shared a connection. He will be greatly missed. Nike. That was a good, very good statement by Nike. Just freaking insane, dude. I just can't believe it, bro. I just can't believe it. Brian, thank you for reading up for 5 months. Are you sure Yeezys are dropping tomorrow? I mean, I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what's gonna happen. RAP, VA, thank you for being a member for 5 months. For Line Cook, appreciate it. You should donate all the earnings from this. Good cancer. Just a thought. It'd be nice. RAP True Legend. Okay. It's always sucks because I'm just saying, YouTube takes a shit ton. Just an FYI. So if you don't, YouTube takes a chunk. For him to go to work just like that and keep going, his work ethic was just no words, man. I know. I know. That's why it's just crazy. You just didn't know. That's why the whole thing was a shock. You ever met Virgil Ross? No. I mean, that's the whole point of me, the whole ICA thing. Why I got the ICA. I paid freaking too much money for the freaking ICA exclusive pass in January, just so I can hopefully get a glimpse of him in July. And what happened was he went for media day on Monday, and then it didn't open for everybody else till Tuesday. So he was already on a plane to Paris going back home, which I kicked myself. Reminds me of the Chadwick Boseman, how he passed. Yeah, it definitely does in some way. I remember with that situation, I remember he posted a picture and everyone thought he was just kind of losing weight or something for a movie. Um, and then that one caught everybody by surprise. Makes the 50 a lot more meaningful. I'm sure you're gonna look at things differently now and cherish these types of things. Always put a lot of puts a lot in perspective, right? Cherishes what you have, right? You look at it, look at the stuff you have from him, and just you appreciate things a little bit more. One of the first things I thought was the ICA boss, and you were disappointed you didn't meet him with everybody. His immune system was what? Read my donation, true story. Where was it? Did it go through? Sorry if I missed it. I stopped it when someone started trolling a little bit. I lost my place. Another Asian, thank you for the 5. Hey Ross, I have a personal story to share about Virgil. Would it be okay to get in Discord to share with you, or just in chat if you can look out for it? Yeah, if you want to put it in Discord, we can put it up here. If you want, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Ross, you still got the Prestos? I still have the Prestos. Yeah. I still have the Prestos. Sunday service was nice. Well, he was the creative director for Donda. So I like how they did the tribute at the end for him. And I'm sure Ye is definitely feeling it. I mean, was he at was he at Sunday service? Anybody know? Was he there? Ye was Ye there? Did they show anything? I caught a glimpse of it. Was he there? Because I'm curious to know if it's sad, but in these situations, I'm I'm sure he was probably in the hospital for a couple days, and I'm sure they reached out to all his friends and family, and probably had someone. No pics of Ye at Sunday service. I mean, my guess is that they called everybody, or at least someone, and probably they went to this guy in school in Milan. Yeah. Um, I'm sure they went. What the heck is up with my camera? Give me a sec. Um, I'm sure they called everybody and probably got everybody on the plane or something, and I would assume see him at the hospital and maybe say their goodbyes. At least that's what you hope.
I like that a lot.
Savon's Closet, thank you for reading up for 4 months. First off, may he rest in his transition. Virgil, really, the Tinker Hatfield. Some of Tinker's old designs, Jordan's, and it shows he had a great mind. He did. I mean, you got to look at it in perspective, too. Like, just the new generation, right? The new generation. All they know is Virgil. He inspired so much. I mean, bro, Drake rapped called the paddock, the green paddock. you know? Like, he just inspired so many people. He was absolutely a legend.
I like that. I like
And
that a lot.
a lot of these new, kids growing up, all they know is Virgil. They don't know Tinker Hatfield. It's just insane. They didn't know until today Virgil was supposed to fly to Miami today, according to Samuel Ross. Really? Really? Money Making Money, thank you for the 5. I knew he was sick. You could have seen it in his face in certain pictures. Shit's sad. LLVA, a true legend. Definitely shaped the culture in fashion and design. He definitely did shape it. 1000% shaped it. Kanye was with Offset. Yeah, he was with Offset. Yeah, at the Donda game, right? I wonder. I'm personally buying the Nike Dunk Low Off-White 41 because of his age. Rest in peace, Virgil. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna wanna just own something of his, just to say that they just support in some sort of way. Jay Havoc, thank you for the 2. I had to cop his shoes just for one time. I'm sure a lot of people are doing the same thing, and again, we spoke on that in a little bit about that's why the prices and everything like that, because people just want to own something of his, just to have it, because he meant a lot. Virgil got the paddock on my wrist going nuts. Yeah. Yeah. The green. The all green emerald. I still remember people who made fun of Virgil for donating 50, but his 50 now makes sense to me. Those $50 were symbolizing the lot 50. He did a lot. Virgil's the reason I got into sneakers. When my friend showed his off-white Prestos, I fell in love with them, and the sneakers never looked back. I will miss him greatly. The legend, the man, R.I.P. Those Prestos were sick. There's no ifs and buts about it, dude. Those first, which ones? The first ones, those first Prestos were fucking sick. Those first ones were unbelievable. Killed it. Those ones were fire. Nike Icon book and is on Amazon for $60. Just copped a few copies for myself. My trade block went off the hook with my off-white twos in Chicago's and a couple lots, then saw the news. Yeah. I know it's a hard time, but what will happen to Nike and Jordan Brand if they can't use Travis White right now? I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't have all the answers, man. My opinion on Virgil still stands after today. I think he was very overrated, but I respect what he done to try and combine streetwear with luxury and inspire young African Americans. Yeah. Right? First lead African American designer for one of the big fashion houses for LV. Unbelievable. The man will stand it. I mean, Virgil also designed Drake's plane. He did. He did. He did design the plane. I remember I got exclusive access on the last day, woke up an hour late and was lucky enough there was still a size 7 available. RIP Virgil. Jeez, really? Jordan will still be good. Sad day for the culture. A sad day in general, man. How many off-whites do you have in your collection? I have a few. Man. I seen him DJ 3 weeks ago in Brooklyn with the black coffee. Virgil was actually a great DJ as well. He was DJing here in Boston too. He did a few like surprise. He was just strolling around in the city. I saw a bunch of my friends take pictures, and he was just in the city. And I think where's my friend? He always screams at me when we're in town, and he sees me in the city. but he had a video of of Alec. I think it was Alec. I wonder if Alex still has that video. My good friend Alec. He showed me a video. He was DJing like crazy. He was going hard. He was going hard at some event in Boston. He was there. I was like, what? I had my lot 8 posted for 400. Took it off down ASAP. I remember watching a vid of him helping out young designers or kids trying to get their business off the ground. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. To me, that's what drew me in, made me a huge fan, is that he was very humble. Very, very humble. Didn't, nothing was ever too big. Like, he wasn't, no matter how big he was, he always showed love to anybody and everybody. And that's why I always thought he was like he had a good character. And the way he spoke was so fascinating. Like, he was just, like, it's like him trying to explain things. Like, you knew for a fact, like, the meaning behind stuff was much bigger, right? Because, like, he'd always explain it very articulately. And it wasn't just something like, oh, like the Off-White 2s, like, you look at it and just be like, oh, it's just like it's like a shoe. But no, he's like, it was bigger. It was actually like the crack sole. Like, I don't know. It's the way he explained things, and it was just deeper. It was just always fascinating. Read my time donut after you end the chat piece. Okay. Lee Dean, thank you for reading up for 3 months. I was talking about him this morning with my wife. Our pastor at Elevation was wearing his Off-White Air Forces, University Blue. Crazy. RP legend. Wait, your pastor was wearing those? Those are, what? No way. Thank you, Lee Dean, for reading up. That's unbelievable.
I like that a lot.
Virgil literally is the reason why I got into shoes. Seeing the Chicago ones made me fall in love with the shoes, and I never looked back. Yeah, dude. I know a lot of people turned into sneakerheads from the 10. I wish we went back and we could have live copped those shoes. But I wasn't even in the game like that. I was in the game, but I wasn't on YouTube like that. He also designed a lot of you guys' favorite album covers. Yeah, he did. Savon's Closet, they give you the 5. He explained it that way because he had engineering degree. Yeah. It's just like the way he explained everything was so fascinating, man. So fascinating. People will appreciate his body of work now. Unfortunately, definite legend. I think I mean, it wasn't just us. I think a lot of people appreciated his stuff. A lot of people did. But it's just more, right? People appreciate it more now that, once it's gone for good. And 2J's had every single lot. Did you see it in Detroit? I did. I posted it in my stories. I was with M. And like we saw it all. It was so cool to see them all kind of like the way 2J's had it all set up too. Like, as soon as you walked in, right? As soon as you went down the steps for eBay, all of Virgil's Off-Whites were right on the wall. And the lighting, so sick. And then he had one from one side all the way to 50 on the bottom right-hand corner. And me and M were literally just like, for like 5-10 minutes, we were like, oh, look at that one. Look at that one. That one. Oh, look at that one. Look at this one right here. We were just like, oh, which one do you want? Do you want that one? That one? It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Brought the black Off-White 2s 2 days before Virgil died, and the price went up 300. Also, it's devastating what news we heard today. So shocking. Have you seen the prices? Prices are up. Yeah, we know that. I think people went out and they bought all his stuff. Someone said the Off-White website is not available. They shut it down. Um, StockX is actually doing a donation, I believe. So anything bought through StockX, today they're donating. I just want to read this right. I don't want to misstate this. StockX put out something. Art, sneakers, and music and fashion, their collective culture impact and mainstream influence are forever indebted to Virgil Abloh's brilliance. To call Virgil a once-in-a-generation talent still feels like an understatement. His vision and creativity was simply unmatched. From his Chicago Ben Trill days into the launch of Off-White to the 10 with Nike and his impact at Louis Vuitton, we are grateful to have experienced his legacy. From the entire StockX team, we offer our deepest condolences to his friends and family. Rest in power, Virgil, and thank you for everything. And then they go on to say, in light of today's devastating news, we will be making a charitable donation to Virgil Abloh's scholarship fund. So that's what they're going to do. What did J Mike, what are you saying? They got to stop making Off-Whites. You can't recreate his style. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do, J Mike. It definitely won't be the same. Without a doubt. Nothing will ever be the same. But I don't think I don't think it ends though. I don't think it ends with Off-White. I don't think Off-White just simply shuts the door and closes. I think that'd be stupid. That would be the wrong move. I think some other young designer that he inspired takes over and takes the torch. Roszko, Nike needs to give us a huge restock and flood the market so resale will turn to crap. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. That doesn't sound something that they would probably do. Can't make the art without the creator. Do you think Nike would do a Kobe scenario again where they won't release lots of his shoes but Off-White? I don't know what they would do. I don't know what they would do. Seen YouTube sneaker shops saying that they're stopping canceling sales on their websites to only charge them 2 times the price themselves. They're just pulling it, man. They don't know what to do, man. I mean, I don't know what they should do in that situation, right? I don't know what they should do in this situation. They obviously got to pull it. If they pull it, we obviously didn't know Virgil personally, but he gave us something that created such a huge impact in our lives. So it feels like we lost a big part of ourselves. Now we have to embrace what he left. Well said. Very well said. And I would say, like, he brought a lot of us together, right? He definitely brought us together in some way. You know, going for the lots. You know, going for his shoes, going for his work. Definitely brought everybody here together. I know we're not like these big, huge celebrities and we have unlimited amount of money. We can just go to all the shows and all this stuff. But, you know, as far as the online community, brought us together. Another agent, thank you for the 2. I messaged you in Discord. Look out for Ortho Boy. Thanks. Okay. I think I have it right here. Just let me know when you want to read it. Let me know when you would like me to read it. I don't think shops should pull Off-White. Mad people are grieving, want to get a pair while they still can. Yeah. I think people just want to own something from him at this point. But it's so tough, dude. This is such a tough situation, man. Such a tough situation. Right? Like, how do you handle it, bro? How do you handle it? How do you handle it? Tell me how would you do it? I mean, I don't know what I would do in their shoes. It's tough. Because no matter what you do, right, you're going to upset someone. Like even, I don't know what you do. Um, uh, my UPS app has shipping. Sad day, man. I know. Absolutely, man. Devastating day. Absolutely devastating day. If if he was sick, I'm sure he wrote something about what to do with his work. He was a visionary. I hope it's not the end. I hope I don't know. I don't know. I just there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions, there's not a lot of answers, right? There's a lot of questions and not a lot of answers. Proceeds to his foundation for what, Nike? If Nike does that, I don't know. I don't know what Nike will do. You just gotta let supply and demand play out. Resellers will keep trying to get more, but eventually we'll get to the point where people aren't willing to pay. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what Nike does. I don't know. I don't know what Nike would do. You can share it now, okay? For you and for everyone. Another Asian, thank you for the 2, okay? Do you mind if I put it on the screen? I don't know if anybody's gonna. This is from another Asian 8216. He wrote something pretty big. I'll do my best to read it. But this is what he sent. He would like to share. It says, "Hi Roszko. Just wanted to share my story with you and everyone. When Virgil's exhibition first started at the MCA, he hosted a contest for the young artists of Chicago. The challenge was to take something boring or broken and to transform it into something extraordinary. This happened over the summer of 2019, and as per usual, it seemed as though it was just another summer that I was going to waste sitting on my ass. But this contest made me excited to create and do something truthfully. I had no expectations of winning, and I just wanted to do something I could be proud of. I worked hard and created something I never thought I was capable of. And after hundreds of submissions, when the time came, I received a DM from the MCA letting me know that I won. Wow. Something that came to mind was that Virgil, being one of the judges to pick the winners, actually saw my creation and thought it was good enough. And that just made me unbelievably blown away. So I ended up being one of the 5 winners, and we got to actually be a part of his exhibition and show off what we made. There was supposed to be a date where the MCA would host a meet and greet with us, but due to personal reasons, it had to be canceled. Ugh. While we were all disappointed at the time, looking back in hindsight, it all makes sense now, but it just makes me sad. This moment has given me a chance to reflect on everything Virgil has done. He's affected so many people in a positive light, and I can say that I'm one of them. He brought out my own artistic side and challenged me to do something worthwhile instead of wasting my own time. His influence will never be forgotten. R.I.P. Virgil." Wow. What an awesome story. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. What'd you create? You got to send me what you create, man. I want to see it. What? You got to share that. That's pretty cool. That's a cool story. What'd you create? Send that when you can. Uh, yeah, he's definitely got to share it. He's definitely got to share it. Hopefully he hears it. Someone says that I believe he knew that was a possibility and he had a plan for the company going forward. It's really hard to know. Um, I mean, again, you can look into things and be like, oh, this is when he knew, this is new, blah, blah, blah. He knew then. It, I think also too, selling 60% maybe, selling 60% of Off-White, setting his family up maybe for generations, and now they're all taken care of forever. Maybe that was something he thought of. I don't know. There's a lot you can look into. I think he has future shoe designs to keep his legacy going. Off-White can move forward, but it will never be the same. Yeah, I think I agree with you there. I mean, as a fan too, Joseph, I don't want it to end, right? You don't want it to end, right? As a fan, you just want to keep it going. You don't want, and plus, for him, I don't think he wants that to just end like that. He wants it to keep going. It's so upsetting to see him go, and it's the worst that people are capitalizing on his death and skyrocketing prices. Like, what the F, man? Yeah, I mean, it's it's I don't like to shed a light to it and talk about it like that, but like, yeah, it's it's been going on for like since I can remember. It's always been like that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's always been like that, and sad. They're going to put his sneakers out like they're postponing his album release. I'm sure they will have a few releases in the chamber, and they should put them. There's a couple. There's a couple. I mean, they still think about it. He still had his Off-White mids, right? Off-White Air Force One mids. He still had his Off-White low blazers. I think those were the next two that were gonna come out, right? His blazer lows and his mids, Off-White mids. Same thing happened with Kobe. Yeah, same thing did. Obviously, Revel's gonna take full advantage. I'm not sad he's gone. I will be happy for who I am and know his life helped mine artistically. His legacy lives in art and his personality. I'm not sad about that. Okay. Do you think that they should continue dropping Off-White Jordans? I mean, I don't know what they should do. Um, I think right now they shouldn't do anything. I think we agree with that. I don't think they should do anything. I wonder if they'll do something though, as far as a tribute, right? I wonder if they'll do some sort of tribute, and I think they should. I think they should, right? There should be some sort of tribute from Nike, whether it's at HQ. I think they'll probably eventually do something in that sort of way. I don't even know that man personally and has some crazy weird feels. I think people want his stuff for personal also. Bought his book ASAP today before the scalpers got to him. Yeah, I agree with you, Chris. I think in this situation, not everyone wants to buy it to scalp it. I think people want to buy it to just to have something and own something from him, right? I think that could be the case sometimes, where people just want to scoop and just have something of his, just from a fan perspective. A person going through one personal battles and still giving to the world is just amazing and strong. Nothing but respect, given that they will keep his legend alive. Yeah. I think that's a strong testament to him. Not 100%. 100%. I agree with you there. 100%. And that just goes to you again to his character, right? Goes to his character. It'd be cool if they release all his shoes one more time and proceeds go to cancer research. I don't know if they'll do that, but it would be We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what they do. I don't know what they'll do. Virgil licenses Off-White to New Guards who makes the clothing. There's no need for someone to take over. It can continue as is. Okay. Thank you. I did not know that. I know it was never able to get a pair of his shoes for myself, but I always appreciated them. Yeah, I mean, we've all tried to do the live cops, bro. We were all in here trying to live cop these shoes and get them. They weren't easy to get. I always joked and said that Virgil Off-Whites were like my kryptonite. I never managed to get a pair from Nike. It was like, oh, I could never get one. It was so tough. Probably one of the toughest shoes to get. Unbelievable. I never owned something from him because I was never able to attain it, but I just had to buy resale just once. Yeah, I think it's what a lot of people did today. I think that's what a lot of people did. First and only Off-White in 4 years. For what? Oh, you only got one? One in 4 years? Lot 7 off the app? Yeah, because that was supposed to be for the people, right? The lots were supposed to be for the people. I never hit on a single one. Yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, for sure. Hit on my first pair of Off-Whites this year. Did you really? What was the deep? What, getting the lots? Ross, can you please show your favorite Off-White and explain why it's your favorite? I don't have that many either. I have the lots this year. I have the lots and I have the Prestos. I have some lots downstairs. I've always joked like his shoes weren't easy to get at all. His shoes weren't easy to get. The one that I did love that I ended up selling at the time because it didn't fit. The one shoe that I did love from him was the Blazers, the Off-White Blazers. Oh, I love those shoes. Those shoes were awesome. I had the black pair, but I only could get the black pair because my friend at down the street, my buddy that owns the shop, a size 11 came through, right? A size 11 came through for those Off-White. So I think the Grim Reapers. Size 11 came through on those Blazers, and I was like, oh, I want them so bad. And I tried them on, and they were hurting my feet. They were so tight, but I wanted them so bad. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll make them work. And then I brought them home, and I wore them for like a week, and I was like, dude, my feet are killing me. This isn't going to work. But I wanted them so bad. I always wanted the Off-White Vapor Maxes and the Prestos. The ICAs were definitely one of my... I think that would have been my #1 shoe of the year. The ICAs. Just because as a Boston native. Like I said, I joked around. I used to joke around, be like, nothing ever happens in this city. Nothing. Nothing ever exciting happens. Even Mr. Big and Brown can attest to that. Nothing really happens in Boston. And for him to do an exhibit, like a whole exhibit here, was definitely the highlight of the summer. And I was so pissed about that drop. So pissed. At least you got to see it. Yeah, I got to see it, and I made some friends there. I made some pretty cool friends. And I ended up grabbing everything. I ended up grabbing the hat, everything from there. I grabbed everything I could. And we gave away some stuff. Remember, we gave away some green Pyrex t-shirts. We gave away some green Pyrex t-shirts. Oh, he sent them. MCA made a video with all the winners about their submissions, and this one's mine. Okay. Oh, hold on. I can't. Oh. The idea behind my submission was using nothing but cardboard, but to create a functional furniture. Hold up. So you created furniture with cardboard. I wouldn't be surprised if he came up. When was the MCA? MCA's was what? What year? You said 2019? Uh-oh, you might have inspired him. You might have inspired him for the IKEA collection. My girls are MCA Air Forces, but at least I was blessed to EA on the dunks and both sneakers. That's cool. This is him chilling on it. So definitely supports you. So it's fun. It's definitely functional. Wait, hold on. I just noticed you did a whole. I thought this was wow. For a second, I thought this was actual like a structure there, but no, you built this too. You built a little picnic table type deal, a little table with an umbrella. That's funny. Ross got rid of my dunk lot threes and I'm a Manier threes. Okay. Although that's kind of funny to be honest, just knowing that the kind of stuff Virgil did. Yeah, I can definitely see him liking this stuff for sure. I can definitely see him liking this for sure. That's cool. Thanks for sharing, man. That's really cool. Roszko, please let chat know anybody interested in any of the Virgil merch. The ICA website has it right now. Okay. Is that what you were putting in Discord? Let me see. This is what you... There you go. That's a Ghost. Ghost put the link. Ghost shared the link. Thank you, Ghost. Speaking of IKEA, the clock is so eerie now. The IKEA clock. I never got the IKEA clock. I have the rug. I have the wet grass rug. I remember when that happened, the whole IKEA collection. That was a great time too. That whole IKEA collection was nuts. All the rugs he did, all the Mona Lisa, the chair, and then people were getting the bags. But yeah, I have the wet grass rug. I remember everybody had the wet grass rugs were everywhere. But yeah, I have that. I love this rug. This rug's always cool. I literally bought the Pyrex tee for $60 and the Repo hoodie for $70 a day ago before the Black Friday sale. Insane. Jeez. How do the hoodies fit? I'd say true to size. True to size. Like every hype beast has the wet grass rug. Everyone does. Everyone did, man. It's a cool rug. You have to admit. You have to admit it's a cool rug. I mean, it's a green rug that says wet grass. Like it's a cool rug. Jose, thank you for the 5. I posted in Discord general my biggest W in Chicken and W's is bittersweet now. RRP to a young king. Let me see. Which one would you post? Oh yeah. He posted the Yeah. Oh, I'm the ICA. Was that the second drop, Jose? That was the second one, right? That wasn't too long ago. Ross, you didn't even read my comment. There's a lot going on, man. I don't think you should get too upset. I knew it hasn't been released, but the Jordan 4 Red Off-Whites was one of my favorite shoes in the world. I didn't know if it will ever come out now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I brought a few things from the ICA store just now, and some of the items now have a weird vibe. The keychain says grass is greener in the graveyard. Totally cop that, Ross. Okay. Everyone pray that we don't lose a brother, Ross, because that one will hurt so much. Dude, come on. Yeah. They probably will. Off-White continues as a brand. I think so too. I think so too. I'm so sad. I love Virgil, and I opened an Off-White Christmas present early because he passed away. Jeez. Yeah, man. It's just it sucks. It definitely sucks, man. Just as from a fan perspective, like I told you guys, like I started off the stream. It's just like I read it and I was like, I was in utter like, what? What? Should I hold my Off-White fours size 8.5 M? I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like it's right. I don't know what you should do. You should do whatever your heart tells you to do. I cherish that dude so much as a DJ. This whole thing is unbelievable sad, right? Super, super sad. Very sad. Super sad. It's just crazy. I lost my mom to breast cancer when I was 17 and lost my father-in-law 3 years ago to cancer. F cancer. Man, I agree with you there. F cancer for that, for sure. But it's sad that to hear that you went through that, Ghost. I hit the Black Off-White 5s on Foot Locker app and couldn't accept. What? I won Off-White 5s today. They picked an early winner because of what happened, and I was chosen. You won a pair of Off-White 5s where? Where'd you win a pair of Off-White 5s? This shit always happens to people who work so hard. It's just crazy, right? Crazy how life is, right? It's crazy how something like, bro, you never would think, right? Never would think in a million years. We need to appreciate all these greats while they are here. They don't come along often. Exactly why I support and love Yeezy brand. It's like, what's the saying people say? Like, you got to give people their flowers while they're still here, not while they're gone. Also, massive props for just doing this. This is why your channel is doing good. Well, you're a genuine, relatable creator, and it feels like we're chatting with a homie. Very much appreciated you, Ross. Hey, thank you, Oscar. Yeah, I mean, I started off, like I said, like earlier, I really was down in the dumps, and I was debating on whether or not to do this or not. Because, you just, people, if I do it, I want to do it in the right way. But a lot of you guys reached out to me, and, we're a community at the end of the day. We have our highs, and we certainly have our lows. And A lot of you guys look for this as an outlook too, you know, to vent, to talk. Some of you guys, I talk to people where it's just like you don't have anyone to talk to. Like this is it. Like you live alone, don't have many friends, and I'm just glad that we have a great community like that. You don't know what you got until it's gone. Well said. Very well said. Very well said. I'm going to college next year to be a graphic designer in fashion, but it was because of Virgil Abloh, and yeah, he's so sad. R.I.P. He's inspired a lot, man. He definitely inspired a lot of people, man. I'm glad that he inspired you. Ross is for everyone. Carlos just says shit sucks, man. Does definitely does. And that's why, like, for me personally too, it's like I know I don't work for him, but it always felt like you're just more, you're connected to them in a way, because I don't know, like we stream for Off Whites, we're going for them in some way, we're streaming for Yeezys and stuff. So you do create a bond with some of these these people, right? In a way. So Government Chris says, hug your loved ones. I love ya. Love you too, Chris. I never had an Off-White product, but Virgil inspired the youth a lot. Crazy to think two legends, 1 month, RIP Dolph and Abloh. Yeah. Inspired a lot, dude. Inspired the youth. Because you think about running, a lot of people, if you ask them, like, who's Tinker Hatfield? They don't know who Tinker Hatfield is, but they'll know who Virgil is. Right? They'll know who Virgil is. Joby says, I had no friends, no family, no dog. I ate a turkey TV dinner for Thanksgiving. I watched Roszko to fill that hole in my heart. Joe, if you need someone, you can always reach out. I'm glad that I'm taking it as that was a serious comment. If that's serious, you can always reach out. You can always send a message. We're here. The community's always here for you, man. Prayers to Virgil's family for sure. Definitely prayers to his family. I mean, think about, like, too, like, I never even knew, dude. Dude, I never even knew, like, his family. Right? I saw Complex posted a picture of his family. And I'm like, he had 2 kids. And I'm like, you never even heard of his private life whatsoever. I didn't even know his wife or his 2 young kids. It's crazy. We are more than a community here. It's family forever type shit. Yeah, definitely family here. They took that pic down with swiftness. Did they really? No way. Did they? I didn't see that. I just saw it and I was like, I didn't even know. He kept all that stuff to the side. I wonder how Ye is feeling. I'm sure a lot of people are hurting in a way. I think his friends are probably hurting. Ye's probably hurting. Don C, all those guys that grew up with him and knew him very close. It's only respectable to his family. I agree. I mean, I understand they took it down. I can definitely understand why they took that pic down. But even for some people in the chat didn't even know too. Virgil left a very good impact in fashion world, Off-White and other things he touched. Hopefully others will get motivated to live out their dreams. I think so. I think people will. I think people will. I'll never be the same, and it'll never be the same in the fashion industry. Dude, he did a lot. You know, he did a lot. When you go onto IG and you see what he had, all of it, all the fashion brands, everybody, the sneaker industry, everybody. Staying with 5. Let's talk about how strong his inner circle was. Nobody in his camp leaked this out that he was sick. They loved and respected him that much. Yeah. Yeah. Don C, Bentley, Migo, all the big fashion icons. Yeah. Crazy though, right? Yeah, I agree. How no one leaked it out. Such a hard worker, he will forever be remembered. Oh, for sure. For sure. He will always be remembered. And I hope, and like I said, I said earlier too, I hope that Nike does some sort of tribute, whether it's some sort of mural. I don't know what I don't know, but hopefully the Nike does something over there at HQ. They need to. They need to do something over there. Bro, the game would not. I know from like friggin' sneaker game. Bro. He took the whole thing by storm, bro. He carried it. He carried it for a couple years. He carried it. It's crazy. The whole 10. Bro. The 10. He had everyone. He had everyone in his hand. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. Never. Never seen anything like it. Hoping I can get a pair of LV Air Force One collab now for retail. Oh, I didn't even think of that stuff, right? I didn't even think about that stuff. Ross, you think they'll continue to make Off-White to carry out his legacy? I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. That's why he sold some of his stacks of Off-Whites a couple months ago to LVMH. I think so. I think so. I think he sold most of it. I think to probably to take care of his family forever, and probably to give over the reins to someone else. Because at that point, he probably knew. He probably knew. He probably didn't know when, but he probably knew. He doesn't design everything for Off-White, so it continues forwards. I'm sure. I mean, he's one man. I mean, he does everything, right? He can't do everything. He's one guy. I mean, he does what Nike. He does what Nike, Jordan, LV, Off-White, and then he's doing all these. He's talking. He does the ICA exhibits. The man does so much stuff. Yeah, he was doing the G wagons, right? He was doing the Mercedes Benz G wagons, right? He was doing that. He did so much. DJing, yeah, he was doing DJing at nights at clubs. Vic, name with 5, would be cool to see his good friend Ye take over Off-White. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what happens. Ye's got a lot on his plate too. Off-White joined skyrocketed. Off-White dunks. Crazy Virgil came through like like hurricanes do, right? Came in, took over. I never got any of his shoes. I never got any lucky on the drops. Only thing I got was Off-White, was the Reaper FOS hoodie from the ICA. Kind of really iconic in a way, but RIP Virgil. I mean, a lot of people, his stuff wasn't easy to get. Everybody wanted it. Everybody wanted it. He did watches. Yeah, he did watches too. Way too soon. Much love to his family. Yeah, I agree, Francis. I saw Virgil DJ at Lollapalooza in 2018. No way. Was he playing house music? Because he always he'd always play like house music and then switch it to like hip hop. He'd mix a ton of shit. Definitely a humble dude. Very humble. That's what drew me in as a fan. Like, that's why I've how much I wanted to meet him so bad, because, and that's why I was just a huge fan, because of how humble he was. And you could tell he was just a guy who had great character. A nice guy. I don't know if people remember, but I remember that people customized their 350s into Off-Whites. Yeah. Even had a music video production crew. He directed and filmed Pop Smoke's music video before he passed. Yeah, he did the album cover too. He did the music video. He did the album cover. He did so much. He did so much. Dear Summer, 50 Dunks was a Jay-Z reference. Jay-Z put out Dead Summer when he was retiring. Oh, Dear Summer when he was retiring. It was mostly hip-hop, but definitely some house, EDM mixing in. Then he threw a bunch of beaded bracelets into the... Really? He threw some beaded bracelets into the crowd? No way. Show the back of the hoodie. Ross, this is the... I think they call this one the Reaper hoodie. My favorite one that he had on the ICA. Crazy how he released 50 shoes, hoping to touch as much people before he left. Ross, how does the hoodie feel? It's pretty thick. I mean, it's champion hoodie. Champion hoodie. Most luxury brands have moved well beyond their original founders. It always takes the intention for Off-White to take on new creative directors, as he obviously wanted the brand to continue on. Oh, everyone tried to copy him too. Like, there was so many brands that tried to mimic his stuff. I mean, think about the sneakers. Bro, think about all the brands doing the second laces now. Or the exposed tongues and the foam tongues and all this stuff. Bro, he was just like... changed everything. And then everybody tried to keep up with it and tried to mimic what he did. We always say, right? We always, we joke around about, oh, this one looks like that. Like, he definitely did. Look how many shoes have two laces. Look at all the foam tongues, dude. They never used to do exposed foam tongues. They never used to do half the shit that he did. His touch was everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. The shoes with holes in them. The shoe boxes with holes in them. My mouth hit the floor when I saw the news. Like, no way, this is real. He definitely inspired people to be creative. Same. I know, I was in disbelief. I was in total disbelief. Like, his unfinished style he had. Virgil left his footprint in fashion. What a creative genius. He definitely did. He definitely did. I hit EA on the Off-White Law 4 and I copped the book and Reaper hoodie today to add to the collection. The fitted caps with holes in it. Yeah, you did that. Even remember people? I remember people were saying, oh, Virgil had to be stopped. Virgil has to be stopped. Put holes in a fitted cap. He did whatever he wanted, bro. Imagine that. Isn't that the way that you should live life? Just be as creative as you want, do as you want, right? That's the life right there. He did what he wanted and people ate it up. Yeah. People ate it up. To be yourself at times, right? Yeah, just to be yourself at times. He didn't care. Didn't care whatever. Just like put holes in the hat, put a huge hole, like someone took a bite out of the brim. He just did his. He did his thing. He did his thing. I think Nike needs to be really careful on how they release off-whites now. I don't know what they'll do. I mean, I don't know what they'll do. I'm sure they're going to think it over. I'm sure they're going to have a talk and a conversation. He did what you were supposed to do. Wear what you want. He did what you were supposed to do. Wear what you want. Be you. He made what he liked. Ugly or dope. Agree. 100% agree. I don't think they will be more off-whites besides fours. He made that will be... I don't think there will be more off-whites besides the fours. He made that and will be it. I don't know what he'll do. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I hit the ICAs while working because of you, big guy. Without your help, I don't think I could have caught for retail. His different style fits me perfectly. I miss him for real, for real. I'm sure you're going to look back at all the memories, right? All the memories. Bro, I was going to buy a personal pair of Off-White Tuesdays today, but wasn't able to process the order, so was going to try again today. Now they went up. Virgil left a giant void. That's going to inspire and lead to someone else doing something great. I think so. I think he inspired millions and millions of people. It's so crazy that 208, the Off-White 2's black, were 300 on some change, and now they're over 600. Let me see. I think it's scary to think that this might be the last time we get Off-Whites. I don't know. I mean, I don't think his thing should just end forever, right? I think his legacy carries on. I'm not sure. I don't know anybody from Nike. I'm pretty sure Nike doesn't know how to handle it right now. Pretty sure Nike doesn't know what to do. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they do. You think any Off-Whites and Jordans would come out? I don't know. I know you guys have a lot of questions, and I think sometimes time will just tell of how things will be played out, right? There's probably a lot of questions, and there are answers right now. I think in this time, just people are grieving, people are sad. Poop Sock says, this man was the main reason I ever got into shoes. Bro, really engineered fashion industry for the better. Crazy how much he did in such little time. Crazy. Crazy how much he did. And a lot of people said the same thing tonight. A lot of people said that they got into sneakers because of him. They got into the sneakers because of the 10 or another project that he worked on. I think We'll probably hear that. We probably heard that a lot tonight. I don't know if Off-White will have the same steam because people know that it wasn't Virgil. I think people were hype on it because of Virgil. We'll see. We'll see. I needed this stream, Ross. Our community lost a real one. It definitely did. It definitely did. It was definitely sad, man. Definitely sad. Sad that we will never see an Off-White Yeezy collab. Don't look like it. You going live tomorrow? I don't know what's planned. I will have to look at the schedule and see. I'm not sure what's planned. I don't know what they, are they gonna drop something tomorrow? Like what happens? I don't know. I guess. Josh, did you read the letter on the Off-White website? Gave a little insight on Battle of Cancer. Someone said they shut it down? It just says loading. It was okay, yeah. It was loading and then, okay, so they shut the website down. Being diagnosed 2018, undergoing numerous challenges and treatments, all while having significant situations. Yeah, that was the they did a little bit of insight on it. But it was interesting. That was a good thing by them, just to close the website. I think that was a smart move. Close it. Put out a statement. Remember we just talking about what we thought the next shoe he was gonna do? Man, life is so short. Please enjoy it and be thankful for what you have. Virgil will be left. With so many people. Yeah. I know we were just talking about that. Well, we were just talking about Damien. We were just talking about like, oh, which one we'd love to see him do, right? I think we had a discussion. Was it like, if should he do 3s, 6s, and all this stuff? We were already looking into 2022. We were looking into 2022, thinking about what's going to happen next. And now everything kind of comes to a halt and puts a lot of things in perspective. The Jordan 3 patchwork drops tomorrow. Okay. There are most definitely a couple of more Off-Whites to be released. He shared his dreams with us all, and we should be grateful. Absolutely. Absolutely, Biff. Absolutely, Biff. There are most definitely a couple more Off-Whites to be released, designed by Virgil himself. Will be girls for many. I don't know. Will they release? I don't know. I don't know what happens. He did say his favorite Jordan ever is the 6. He did say that. He said, well, I think he tweeted out a long, long time ago that he said saving this one for last. That would have been really nice to see him do a 6. 6 would have been fire. Sad day for the sneaker community. This seems to be real. This seems too real to be true. I know, right? Beat the challenge. I know. I know. Yeah, exactly. It's so devastating. May Virgil Abloh rest in peace forever. I know. We were just talking about it. We just had that conversation probably, a few days ago? Tops? Right before Thanksgiving? We were just talking about it. Do you think Kanye will make a t-shirt for Virgil like he did for DMX? I don't know. I don't know.
I like that.
Alex, think of it too. If you call the number on your hat, Virgil answers. The advertise here. This was actually one of the this was from the exhibit. This was one of the murals that was there. Let's hear it.
garment of workwear inbound that as a construct to like apply patch on a white collar aesthetic. Thanks for calling. Differences over time in terms of brand.
I like that a lot.
Interesting. You are right. Yeah, you're right. You can't hear. I don't know if I can't call. But yeah, if you call the number on your hat, it's actually him explaining the if you call the number on the hat, it's actually him explaining it. Is that actually Virgil? Yeah, that's actually Virgil. Zach Richardson, thank you for the 5. Just wanted to say hey and spread some love. I know we're all bummed out. I'm just happy that we have so much to remember him for. Agree, I'm bummed too. Absolutely, definitely bummed out. Definitely have so much to remember. Absolutely. Someone's like, what's the number? Screenshot it. And he was a skate too? What do you mean he was a skate too? He had like a bunch of skate stuff coming, dude. He had the whole LV skate line come in too. He was doing so much for skateboarding. So much for skateboarding. So much to skateboarding. He was doing he had I remember he had the LV skate bag come in. You see the LV skate bag that he worked on? It's crazy. The shoe advisor, remember for 5 months, they've been being a line cook. Here, Ross, you think Off-White shoes will still be in production? I don't know. Thank you for ringing up for I don't know. I don't know. People use Vans for skateboarding. Just saying. What do you mean? I don't know. If anyone has the time, the Harvard speech he did is really a great watch. I'll have to check it out. I think I seen it a little bit. I watched it a little bit. I know he did come to Harvard and speak. He went to Columbia too. He went to all over. He spoke at a lot of places. Let me see. Someone shared, which was pretty great, was someone shared me like the way because he designed the Yeezus album cover, and it was funny how like he explained how like the whole Yeezus album cover came about, because he basically wanted something. He basically thought that like CDs were were coming to an end in a way, so that's why the whole thing was clear, that you could actually see something that might not be around anymore. That was a good. Someone shared that on Twitter. It was really good. You guys should look that up.
I like that a lot.
It's pretty cool to hear his voice. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Thanks for someone sharing that. I didn't even know. Didn't even know. Skolu, thank you for the 2. LV now stands for Love Virgil. R.I.P. It's pretty cool. Nike Jordan Brand should mass produce an Off-White project and donate all proceeds to cancer research. I don't know what they're gonna do. They might do something. They might do something. I don't know what they have planned. I mean, I think it's way too soon to think about that. I think it's way too soon. I think probably a lot of people over there are probably shocked too. I don't know. The Jordan 4 breads would be so cool. Took all L's, but that never stopped me from being inspired by Virgil. We're at took all L's. Glad you streamed tonight. This has been a legit wholesome. Appreciate it, Michael. Yeah, I know a lot of people probably will say something, but You know, I told you guys from the jump, we go through things as a community. I didn't personally want to. I didn't want to go live either, but because I was down in dumps too. But I think you guys definitely picked me up a little bit, and definitely motivated me to do it because we are a community here. And we vent, we grieve and we vent together. And it's sad. It definitely is sad. It sucks. Sucks. Sad. His creative mind will never be forgotten. No, never. I think we'll always talk about it. I think we'll always talk about it. No longer, dude. As long as I'm on here, I'll be on here forever. Look, the way it looks like it, I'll probably be in the same spot for the next 10 years, and we'll always remember him. We'll always remember his work. Lindsay said, "Never know what someone is going through. So nice. So be nice and kind." Yeah, exactly. It's the one thing I learned from it too, though. You know, definitely handle a lot of the hate differently. I take a lot of things personally because for me personally, I always try to do what's good and what's right, and I let a lot of things get to me. So I definitely I need to start by treating people a little bit better, not throw everyone out, get pissed off. Um, had to do it live. It was fun doing the dunk a whole lot live week together. Every great morning, Virgil crazy was just different, greatest ever. Yeah, it was different. That was different, man. That was certainly different. That was probably one of the craziest 2 weeks we've experienced by far. Craziest 2 weeks plus the whole dude. He had people in the Seaport district going nuts for the ICAs, man. He had people out in Seaport district right outside of ICA trying to cop him. He did the shock drop. He did a crazy a lot this year. Virgil definitely left his mark on this earth from fashion to sneaker culture. The Off-White 5 that I got for retail got me into the sneaker game. Proud it was a piece from him. Rest in peace. That's awesome. That's dope. A lot of people tonight said, which is crazy. And I believe it. I believe that 1000%. A lot of people got into the sneaker game because of him. A lot of people got into the sneaker game because of him. End of 2021 is actually horrible. First Astro World, then Virgil's death. Honestly, very bad. It's been very rough. It's been incredibly rough. I love that Virgil always had us on our toes on whatever he dropped, whatever you like it or not. Yeah, certainly did. He certainly did. How he just posted it. Oh, left some lemonades. Say I left some leftover lemonades. Good luck. Then boom. But glad him and Ye weren't on bad terms. Yeah, they weren't. They weren't at the end. Roszko, boy, I thought the shoes next to you were the only ones you had. Didn't know you had a basement full of shoes. Yeah, I have too many. I respect how he chose to keep his health problems so quiet. Rest in peace, Virgil. It's ridiculous, right? Monday music. How strong you have to be fighting that and not say anything, and to wake up every morning and to live life to the fullest because you just never know. You never know. It's unbelievable. I guess I'll have to sort off brands regularly. I can't be popular with small circles. I'll never forget the Dunk Lot release. Hot, muggy summer, sweating, moving a warehouse to other location. Hit EA twice on my phones. Lot 13 and Lot 7. I'll never forget it. I'm sure a lot of people have cool stories, man. Super, super cool stories on their first off-whites, first Virgil pickup. I definitely enjoyed going to the ICA, to see the ICA exhibit in Boston. I liked hearing all the stories from the workers there because I was like, remember I was looking out for you guys. I was like, oh, where's the ICA dude? When you dropping the lemonades? Where's the lemonades? And they're like, oh no, Virgil was just here yesterday, man. I was like, oh no way. And then they showed me pictures. They took pictures with him and stuff. And I was like, no, are you kidding me? I was like, I missed it by a day. He was there for media day. So upset. 2J's displayed the whole Dear Summer pack at a pop-up in Detroit. He did. He did. It was actually a really cool display. Really cool display. He did a real cool display of all of them. As soon as you walk down, it was like a really dude, it was an undisclosed like little pop-up, the eBay store. You walk down and he had all of them on the wall. All of them. His DIY off-white aesthetic made me love sneakers even more now because of the stories behind him. My first off-white Air Force One, I'm holding dear. He says a lot though. He really earned the love and support he's receiving without any pity. He touched a lot of lives, man. You can see it all over the internet, man. Everyone's paying their respect. From athletes to athletes to rappers, to musicians, to designers, to every single person. Every single person. Glad we met that day. Sucks he wasn't there though. People were lined up. Glad we met that day because sucks he wasn't there. People were lined up with their shoes in hand on their feet waiting for him to sign them, but already left at that point. Yeah. Yeah. But people, I remember I met a couple people that worked in the store. They were real cool. They were real cool. I still remember the joy of hitting the off-white UNCs on the hidden Nike link. Man, how much sneakers have changed in these past few years. Crazy, right? Just the whole 10. The whole 10. How they dropped in the whole 10 dropped on one day on Nike website. And you just sat there one after another trying to get them. Did Jordan send out a statement? I don't know. I did read Nike's statement. Nike put out a statement on Instagram. It was very nice. Nike put a real good. Even Adidas put out a statement. But wow. I mean, my whole timeline, like John Witherspoon, John, John Greiger. This is my whole timeline. This is crazy. He was a major polarizing figure in the fashion and broke a lot of barriers in in America and the world, especially being young and American. He will never be forgotten. Absolutely, absolutely never be forgotten. He did a lot. He did a lot. Top 10 L's, all L's I got till I got EA. I might have had something Virgil. Yeah. Jordan Brand released a statement. Is that on Jordan Brand's page? Jumpman 23. Oh yeah, that one looks to be so what they did. That's the Nike statement. Yeah. So that was the Nike statement. Yeah. I think Nike Jordan I think Nike Jumpman and Converse all put out the same statement. Yeah. Also, I caught my girly off-white Converse on the restock. Should I ask? No. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. I wonder who's gonna hold the position in LV and Off-White. I don't know. I mean, right now, I don't think that should be the main priority. I hope not. Crazy's passing hurts. It's like a family member we never met. R.I.P. Virgil. I know, right? Never even met the guy. That's why I always joke. Like, I joke. Like, I say this sometimes, and you guys call me crazy, but, you know, I never met the guy, but I felt like I worked for him for how all the streams we've done for Off-White, all the videos I've made for Off-White. Like, it feels like you're part of the brand, but you're damn well know they don't even know that you exist. I always joke about that. I was waiting for Off-White Easy. Now it looks like it ain't never gonna happen. No, Roszko, you think the LV Nike Good Times Atlanta owner has unreleased Off-White Air Force One's mids? My lot 1 was supposed to come tomorrow. I got them a week ago, and it just sucks. It sucks. It definitely sucks. What if he was in the chat, but we didn't know? Well, sometimes I hope he wasn't in the chat. The way you guys be commenting stuff. I definitely get what you mean. I feel like this was when Kobe passed. R.I.P. Yeah. Definitely kind of has that same feeling. But I do appreciate though everyone coming through. I know I just want to say one more time. I know like this is a tough one today, man. Super tough one. I don't think anyone enjoys doing these types of streams, man. I don't think anyone enjoys this. But I do appreciate everybody to come in and, you know, express and talk about stuff and get things off their chest and just tough one, man. Really tough one. Sucks. We'll see what happens. I guess we'll just we'll see you guys. We'll do something tomorrow, maybe. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And we'll go from there. But I do appreciate you guys. Really do. Appreciate everybody that comes through here, man. Means a lot. We'll leave it on like a silence for like we'll do a moment of silence for a little bit. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? We'll do a moment of silence. We'll do it. We'll do it now. Love y'all. Y'all have a great night.